doing to reduce the spread of coronavirus in your group, in your companies? Here in Aim Group, we've done
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Lagos, the headlines took you around the world in 2 minutes, and here you are back on Nigeria Info 99.3. I am Sandra Ezekwesili. How do we defeat Boko Haram and bandits? That's the conversation we're going to have today, because this has been the big question on many Nigerians' minds for years. But it became even louder last week with the murder of those farmers in Borno State. Here's our big hard fact for today. According to SBM Intelligence, between January and November 2020, at least 1,606 people were killed in 125 separate Boko Haram-related incidents. It's a bit more than 10 fatal attacks per month, or one every 3 days. According to SBM Intelligence, between January and November 2020, at least 1,606 people were killed in 125 separate Boko Haram-related incidents. And if you do the math, a bit more than 10 fatal attacks per month, or one in every 3 days. So today, let's talk about how to win. We know the battle ahead is a tough one, but it's not impossible. Everywhere you turn, you hear people bring up their own idea about how to get the victory. You also have government at state and federal level coming up with its own policies. So what we're going to do today on Hard Facts is give you the context you need to assess all these ideas. We're going to look at the challenges, the demands of counterinsurgency. We'll look at the pros and cons of different approaches to it as well. And joining me to talk about this is a security analyst who's been on Hard Facts before. He was on Hard Facts last year. Don Okereke, welcome back. Hello, Don. Can you hear me? Your mic is muted. You have to put it on so that we can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, fantastic. All right. Welcome back to Hard Facts.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, as Lagos listens, I'd like to hear from you, Lagos. How do you assess the counterinsurgency? What do you think we need to do to achieve victory? This is where the security consultants who are listening to the show, who are fans of the show, come in. This is where I want to hear your voice. You've worked with security in other parts of the world. How did they do it? What are they doing? What should we be doing that we're not currently doing? Don, some voices both within and outside government have called for the resignation of the service chiefs, or for the president to dismiss the service chiefs. Do you believe, Don, that a change to the top brass would have an actual effect on results? Or do you think this thing would be a cosmetic change that won't really alter the capabilities of the armed forces?
Well, I think it will go a long way, but at the same time, I don't think it will be the magic wand, that will just turn things around. Yeah, definitely. The service chiefs taking a bow will boost morale, will boost professionalism and all of that. But it will not necessarily be the magic wand that we need. Because if you look at the history of these service chiefs, some of them or most of them have served for more than 35 years. I think one of them is probably 41 years in service now. I guess they've done their best. They are probably fatigued. I think they need to take a bow. From what I gather from the grapevine, I understand some of them want to leave and they doesn't go. So I think them stepping aside will help boost morale, boost professionalism, because they've put in more than 35 years in service. And I think they deserve some rest, and then some new blood should be injected, into the system.
When you were talking earlier on about what you heard from the grapevine, we lost the connection to you a bit because it doesn't look like your connection is very strong. But what did you say that you heard from the grapevine?
I understand some of them want to leave. They want to go and take a well-deserved rest because having put in 35 to 40 years in service, I think they need to step aside because the way it looks now, the chief of defense staff I understand he's cost 25 from the NDA.
Okay.
The chief of army staff is cost 29. The chief of naval staff is cost 26. The chief of air staff, I can't remember the course, but he has put in probably 41 years in the service, in the Air Force.
If they want to leave, if they want to leave, why not just resign? If the stories are true, the rumors are true, why don't they just resign? Can't they simply resign? Hello, Don? We seem to have lost the connection to Don, but hopefully we do get him to join the meeting again. His connection wasn't very strong to begin with. We do hope that that's resolved. But if you just joined the show, hello, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info, and my security analyst and I are trying to map out a path to security in Nigeria, especially in the northeast. We're looking at how to win. We know that the battle ahead, like I said when we started, is a tough one, but it's not an impossible one. And hopefully Dawn shows us the way. Dawn, are you back on?
Hello. Yes, I'm back on. I'm back on, Sandra.
Okay, welcome back.
Yes, your last question, you said, why can't they just leave?
Why can't they resign? Is resignation not a thing that can happen?
Well, it doesn't work like that in the military. You don't just walk away. You can't just walk away like that. That's the way it works in the military. It's not like the civil service where willy-nilly you put in your papers and you just leave. It's a different ball game in the military.
I see.
Yes.
Now, how do the officers from NDA Course 30, Course 31, Course 32, and so on, how do they feel about having to wait to get service chiefs from their own sets?
Of course, you can imagine their disappointment, because it's like I said earlier, it doesn't quite inspire professionalism where you see that there's a ceiling or somebody is not making room for your progress. You feel your career is stagnated. I think that will lead to some low morale. And I understand there has been grumbling and all of that in the military. So if it were to be in the civil service, I believe these guys will honorably step aside by themselves. But that's not the case in the military. And that is why the Senate and I think the House of Reps and everybody who is anybody is asking that Mr. President listens. The way it's looking now, it looks like an ego thing. Why will somebody tell me what to do and all of that? But it's left for him to assess what these guys have done. I believe they've done well, but they need to step aside for us to try some hands. And like I said earlier, changing the service chiefs is not necessarily a magic wand, that will turn things around, but it will go a long way. Like we say in the military, soldier come, soldier go, barrack remains,
Now let's talk about the recent massacre in Borno State. We had the president's spokesperson, Garba Shehu, ask whether the affected farmers had received clearance from the military before returning to the area. But Garba Shehu also said the military was in total control of the area. Now, if the military were in total control, how could such a massacre happen? Why would clearance have been needed?
Well, I think it's preposterous to suggest that farmers need to take clearance before they go to their farms. That statement in itself, tells us the level of things that it beggars believe that that statement is coming from the spokesman of the president.
Don, if you can, maybe change your service provider if that's possible, because the network is really poor, and so we're struggling to hear what you're saying. Is it possible to change your service provider, or to change positions in
Okay,
wherever you are to where you get the
let
strongest
me
signal?
let me change my position now.
Oh, okay. All right, then. We'll continue that conversation as soon as he gets better, stronger service. But you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. 0700-993-993-993. Lagos, let me hear from you. How do you assess the counterinsurgency? What do you think we need to do to achieve victory? 0700-993-993-993. If you are a security consultant who's listening to the show, you're a former security agent, you were in the army, you've been in the army in other parts of the world, I'd really, really love to hear from you. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Hello, thanks for calling. What's your name?
My name is Ifeanyi.
Ifeanyi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Nice to speak with you, Sandra.
Good afternoon.
Yes, talking about the security situation across the country, especially in the northern part of the country.
Right.
You see, yeah, it has to do with the immediate and the remote causes of this security challenge we're having. You see, it takes a team to accept the fact that there is a situation. I mean, there's a war situation. I mean, there are insurgents, and it takes, the people in authority to actually accept that we are dealing with this problem. Then it actually takes another thing to map out strategies that are not compromised, strategies to follow these things head on and maybe defeat it, which I think it cannot be defeated, in the battleground. Cases of insurgency across the world, from what we've read, from research, is not defeated. You don't win cases like this on the battlefront. There must be another way, a diplomatic way of actually dealing with these issues like this. Taking the Northeast, for instance.
Oh no, I'm sorry about that. Do call back if you can. 0700-993-993-993. I think what we're going to do with Dawn is switch over to a phone call that may serve us better in the long run. So we will switch over to a phone call so that we don't continue to have the interruption with the service. Dawn, we have you on the line now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
This is much, much better, much, much clearer.
All right, thank you very much.
So you were telling me about what it means for Garba Shehu to say that we are in total control, but at the same time we need clearance to go to the farms in the north or in that particular part of the northeast.
Yeah, I think it's contradictory, and like I said, statement is preposterous because if they're in control and everything is fine, I wonder why somebody would take permission before going to the farm, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, we've heard that many of the murdered farmers were internally displaced persons who were being resettled through a Borno state government program. So if Garba Shehu's suggestion is correct, and this was happening without the military giving a clearance, it would suggest that the state government and the military were not on the same page. How likely is that, Don? What could cause such miscommunication?
You know what it is? If you follow the comments of the Borno state governor, you will agree with me that there is some kind of disconnect between what the military or what the federal government is doing and what the Borno state government is doing. So I think this disconnect can be blamed for what is playing out now. To some extent, you remember the Borno state governor has been attacked a couple of times.
Yeah.
And there has been denials and all of that. So there's some kind of disconnect or lack of information flow in the federal government and the Borno state government.
Lai Mohammed said the Nigerian military was at the mercy of the insurgents because we've not been able to buy the weapons that we need on the international market. Now, before we get into the weapons purchase side, I want to know what you think about the information minister's assessment of our troops being at the mercy of the insurgents.
Well, Lai Mohammed, what can I say about him? He keeps making contradictory statements. He's the person that said that Nigerians have enough arms, to fight the insurgency. And on a different note, on the flip side, we don't have much arms, so I don't even know which one to believe when it comes to Lai Mohammed.
Okay, but let's talk about the weapons and hardware now. The Defense Ministry has been spending a lot in the last few years. We have records of some of the purchases that they've made. This year alone, they've bought lots of top-of-the-line stuff from China. So VT-4 battle tanks, Winglong 2 attack drones. How do we reconcile these impressive purchases with Mr. Mohammed's statements that we cannot get the weapons that we need?
Well, I think it's not just about throwing money on the insurgency, because a lot of money has been thrown in the time of Goodluck Jonathan. I think it was 1 billion naira or dollars or something that was approved. End of the day, nothing much. We didn't see much positive results. And this time, the present administration is doing the same line also, throwing money at the insurgency. So, in the war. And the fact that you have to man those weapons, the effort will be futile. So I want them to go beyond just throwing money at the insurgency and probably focus more on strategic intelligence. Recently we understand the federal government invested a lot of money in tracking people and all of that. I wish they can channel such resources to the war against insurgency in the northeast. Do a lot of intelligence and try to be more proactive and reactive. This idea of waiting for attacks to happen before they go after the bandits or go after the terrorists, it's not helping at all.
There's been a lot of talk about how the war on Boko Haram isn't conventional warfare, and so we need unconventional tactics and weapons. You just alluded to that yourself as well. If we talk about the weapons aspect now, what kinds of weapons do the Nigerian military need in this fight?
Warfare. So I also believe that the Nigerian military have hardware to fight Boko Haram, but they cannot just everything they have on the set. It will be tantamount to using a sledgehammer to kill an ant. And if that is done, the international community will come all out, asking.
We seem to have lost the connection to you, Don. I don't know what's going on, but we're not hearing you over the phone anymore. Hello? Can you hear us? Okay. I don't know what's going on there, but the connection to Don just got caught. Don, a lot of the things you said we didn't hear because the phone connection went very terribly bad. Can you hear us?
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Yes, I can. I can hear you clearly.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So let's take that question again.
Clearly.
Oh, fantastic. Let's take that question again, where you were talking to us about what kinds of weapons, if they did need weapons, would take care of this problem.
Yes, I was saying that yes, in as much as we need sophisticated weapons, but my thinking is that we'll make sure that those manning those weapons are well motivated. And like I said earlier, I believe Nigerian military have enough resources or weapons to fight this insurgency. because you don't just, it's like people say, it's an asymmetric warfare. You don't just unleash everything on the sect. If you do that, the international community will.
I feel like it's my village people attacking us in an asymmetrical warfare situation, because they've gone for the regular phones now. They've come for Zoom, and I don't know how else to get in touch with Don so that they don't attack my show. Don, are you back on the line?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me? I can hear you clearly.
Now we can hear you. Your the connection to you dropped out for a bit. What part of Nigeria are you in that is making the connection so bad?
I'm here in Lagos. I'm here in Victoria Island. You know.
Why is the connection so bad?
I don't know. I've tried changing my position and all of that.
And it's not working. But yes, you were saying that you you were saying that you think that we actually have.
Do you think WhatsApp call will be better?
Oh, I don't know. Let's try WhatsApp call and see if that works.
Okay. All right then.
Okay. So I'm going to try and give you a call via WhatsApp right now. Lagos, let me try and take a few calls while we try to connect with Dawn via WhatsApp. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Sandra.
How are you? Good evening.
My name is Ibinabo.
Welcome, Ibinabo.
Yeah, what I think is going on is this. We have more than it takes to outrun Boko Haram.
Okay.
With the latest armory and all of those machines we've acquired. Even the latest one, we bought a plane that we don't even have preparation or requirement for the runway. I haven't said that.
Right.
I said something the last time I spoke with you, that until we come together as one Nigeria, if there's no unity, if there's no harmony amongst us, we cannot achieve one goal. You want to fight Boko Haram, I am saying let's do it this way. That one is saying let's do it that way. That other person is saying no, let's do it this way. How do we achieve one goal if we don't come together, sit down, and reach a compromise?
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Ibinabo was done there. But Ibinabo thinks coming together, reaching a compromise, that's how to do it. Lagos, if you just joined the show, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I have Don Okereke on the line, whether the networks like it or not. He's joining us via WhatsApp now. Don, is the connection better now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, okay. All right. Let's hope it stays that way till we wrap up the show. But yes, we're talking about how to defeat Boko Haram and how to defeat bandits, because according to SBM Intelligence, between January and November 2020, at least 1,606 people were killed in 125 separate Boko Haram-related incidents. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
News and sports after this.
Guy, what's in the make you scatter house like this? I beg you.
It's bigger and better. Oil and a
Back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, indeed. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 5:32 Lagos. We've got Don Okereke, who's a security analyst on the show today, and we're talking about how we can defeat Boko Haram. Don, before the break, we were taking a look at the kinds of weapons the Nigerian military needs in this fight. Can you tell me what your own thoughts are on that subject?
Yes, like I said earlier, it's not just about weapons. It's not just about amassing weapons. Like I told you, like we know, it is an asymmetric warfare. If it were to be a war between Nigeria and Cameroon, or Nigeria and Chad, and Nigeria and Niger, then we can go into our arsenal and bring all that we have, and start bombarding these guys. But it's not just about weapons. I think we should focus more on other things, because I believe we have the right weaponry already. I want to recommend that. I think recently we read that some Boko Haram sponsors were jailed in, is it Saudi Arabia or where?
In the UAE.
Nigeria, correct me if I'm wrong. In UAE, right?
Yeah, 6 of them.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember hearing any sponsor or whatever jailed in Nigeria. What we see is captured Boko Haram insurgents being released and all of that. I think that is also demoralizing, in as much as, yes, there has to be some carrot and stick approach, but the idea of freeing these unrepentant insurgents, I think, is quite demoralizing. I think we have to look at our border. The border in the north, northeast, and northwest, and all of that is very porous. This is where this guy is coming from. It's like they have a free flow of weapons and all of that coming in. Without doing these things, checking the border, jailing and setting examples with sponsors and unrepentant insurgents, if you like, buy all the weapons in the world, and also stifling recruitment, access to recruitment. if these guys continue to recruit, have enough manpower, if they continue to infiltrate through our border and all, if you like, buy all the weapons in the world, it will amount to nothing.
Now, let's talk a bit more about intelligence and reconnaissance. We've seen the reports that Boko Haram killed those farmers as a warning to others not to share information with the government. In the short and long term, Dawn, what do the government and the military need to do to strengthen our information gathering when it comes to Boko Haram? Because you also talked about recruitment and stifling recruitment.
Yes. Can you repeat that question again, please?
You just talked about recruitment and stifling recruitment. We just got reports that Boko Haram killed those farmers as a warning to others not to share information with the government. So I'm wondering what you think in the short and long term the government and the military needs to do to strengthen our information gathering when it comes to Boko Haram.
I think that's where the government and the military have to restore confidence and also to prove that they are actually on top of their game. Shortly after that massacre in Borno, the supposed Boko Haram leader, Shekau, right? He issued a statement and people were begging our presidency to even say something about that. And he didn't say anything, so that means that created the impression that these guys are kind of more, they communicate more than even our leaders, So I think what they do is to basically, terrorism thrives on fear. They want to instill fear in people. And then the government or the military have to have the upper hand, to show that they are actually on top of this game. And if they don't do that, if they like I said, continue buying all the weapons in the world, it will not go anywhere.
Some people will say that the war on Boko Haram is the biggest test for the state security service, and I wonder if you think the SSS is properly equipped for this particular challenge.
You mean the Department of State Services?
Of State Security, yes.
Yes. Well, I'm not too sure of the role they play, probably in the area of intelligence gathering and all of that. But the military, it is obvious that the military, particularly the Army and the Air Force, are at the forefront of the fight against insurgency. Even the police is relegated. And I don't think it's supposed to be like that, because after the military does its own, I think the police at a stage have to come in, to also secure those areas, And from what we know, I understand that the military is kind of stretched out of 36 states in Nigeria. We understand that the military is deployed in 33 or 34 states. So that tells you how stretched even the military is. That's what they need help, they need cooperation from the police, from the DSS, from the immigration and all of that. So there has to be some kind of interagency cooperation,
I see. Don Okereke is a security analyst and he's been sharing his insights on the show today. Don, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Sandra.
Lagos, let's continue this conversation, right? 0700-993-993-993. 0700-993-993-993. How do you assess the counterinsurgency? What do you think we need to do to achieve victory? WhatsApp is available 080-959-75805. Someone is asking why the Northeast Development Commission was initiated and how much has been spent on that commission, and we are expecting Boko Haram to end. We're just wasting our time. Well, the Northeast Development Commission was created to rehabilitate the Northeast because of the crisis that banditry and terrorism has unleashed on the Northeast. So I'm trying to see the connection there. That's in the realm of conspiracy theory. Good evening, Sandra. Without justice, peace will be a mirage. So government should spend more on education and job creation instead of paying money to mercenaries in dollars. No army can defeat poverty, illiteracy, and underdevelopment. Chike Inakute says. Chike, thanks for your message. Let me come and take a few calls now. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
How are you? What's your name?
Fine. Adegoke from Lekki.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think some days ago it was today that Buratai said that the spiritual warfare program they held prevented the deaths of people in Lekki toll gates and all that. So he said it. I watched it on news today.
Yeah,
so
he did.
I was like amazed that spiritual warfare. Maybe we should apply that in tackling Boko Haram. If that's going to work, if they claimed it worked, during the Lekki crisis, then they should apply that too, and let's see how it goes. That's their own suggestion, so and I may support them to try that if they would. Secondly, I think, like all I've been saying, that we need help. We need international help, even starting from the African countries that we helped back then, in combating some of their security issues. I think we should also call them to help us. I think ECOWAS, right? They should also help us in combating Boko Haram, in order to forestall this too much of bloodshed in the northern area. And the northern governors have a lot to do, constantly having security meetings, and also with security professional experts, do a study of that area. Sambisa Forest basically is their territory, their headquarters where they use. Why not do a scan and a study of that area and then see how they can actually comb that place with international help, and then also help to tackle the killings and track the Boko Haram. At least they have a base. That's one thing. If they didn't have a base now, I would have said, okay, they are coming from here, coming from there. They have a base. Let's start from there, and we'll see how this goes.
See how it goes, he says. Thank you so much for calling. We loved hearing from you. 99.3, hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Please, I'm on to Sandra Ezekwesili.
Yes, you're talking to Sandra Ezekwesili.
Okay, please, Maxwell Senator.
Welcome, Maxwell.
Calling you from Ikeja.
Glad to hear from you, Maxwell.
You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Honestly, my take on this is that, there's a mole in the military.
There's a mole in the military?
Yes.
Okay.
Haven't you heard that a house that is divided against itself cannot stand? So there is division among them. That's why we cannot really get to the root of this matter. There are so many things that our government is withholding from us. So not until we put those things in order, I don't think the fight against insurgency in Nigeria will ever come to an end. My reasons are, number one, there is no way you can have somebody that is giving the terrorists, information from among the military, and you expect to get results. That won't happen. You see, we are in a jet age. With information, so you know that this thing is going to take place. Nigerians will play it down. Why are they playing it down? Because there is somebody that is telling them that they won't come, that this will not happen. So there is a mole. The military has been compromised. That's just the truth about the whole thing. It has been compromised, and that's my take on this. Thank you very much, Sandra.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it. Okay, let's take a few more calls. 99.3. Hello. Sorry about that. Please call back. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Sandra.
How are you, sir? I'm very well. How are you?
Doing very well. Now, with regards to the topic we are talking about today, I think the Nigerian government is being dishonest to itself and to the citizenry. Now, these Boko Haram people, why call them insurgents? That's not a proper terminology for them. When you call them insurgents are usually people who are considered as brothers but that have risen up against you for one thing or the other. The right name for Boko Haram are terrorists. And when you call and classify them as terrorists, you'll be able to better deal with them and better fight them. So by calling them insurgents and treating them as brothers, arresting some of them and releasing them as so-called Central Boko Haram members, you demoralize the military. And you actually demoralize even the citizenry, because those in the military who have fought to arrest these people in the first place will feel that you are treating them with soft laws, with kids' laws. Especially against the background of how you treat other groups like IPOB and other groups that are more properly called insurgents.
Well, Boko Haram are both terrorists and insurgents. Terrorism is about tactics. Insurgency is about end goals. So they're both.
Yes, they are more of terrorists than insurgents. Usually have an aim to achieve a country, to rise up against the government of a country, to establish an alternate government.
Boko Haram has an aim. They have an aim. Their aim is to achieve a theocracy. No, they're aiming to achieve a theocracy.
Yeah, their aim is to convert everyone to Islam, to their own brand of Islam, not necessarily to have a government. That's the difference. Boko Haram has no aim to rule a territory. They want to convert to their own brand of Islam, which is a violent form of Islam. So in that case, they are pure terrorists, and earlier they are treated as terrorists and bombarded adequately. They're better for us.
All right. Thanks for calling. I have to say, of course, that the aim of Boko Haram is to have a government to rule a territory in order to convert people. So they are both terrorists and insurgents. That was why in the days when they took over terrain, they set up emirates, remember? Now, the last 15 minutes of today's show is brought to you by UNICAF. UNICAF is a leading global education organization. They are based in Europe and they provide scholarships for online education. So you can stay here in Nigeria, study online with one of their partner schools like the University of Suffolk, the Liverpool John Moores University, the University of East London, the University of California, Riverside Extension. And if you tell them that you got their number from Hard Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3, you get a 75% discount. So give them a call today, 07000 111 000. 07000 111 000. And you can get yourself that sweet discount, courtesy Hard Facts. Thank you to UNICAF for sponsoring this part of Hard Facts. Let's listen to their message. We'll be right back.
A UNICAF scholarship can help you earn a British master's degree at affordable cost through online study. Choose any one of UNICAF's partners in the UK, the University of Suffolk, Liverpool John Moores University, or the University of East London. Use any electronic device connected to the internet, from a laptop to a mobile phone. Access materials 24/7 via the UNICAF state-of-the-art digital platform. Earn exactly the same degree as on-campus students in the UK from the comfort of your home. Together with a generous UNICAF scholarship, you'll receive 3 gig data from MTN to help you in your studies. Build the career and life of your dreams with a British Masters earned online through UNICAF. Call 07000 111 000 to find out more.
It's 5:49. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and I have a message here who says, if Buhari, Lai Mohammed and Buratai resigns, Nigeria will have peace. Do you see what happened in Borno? They said that there was no pass from the army. When did federal government tell people of Borno to not go to their farm? President Goodluck was fighting Boko Haram before Buhari was voted in, and he complained that he met corruption. Where is he now? Good government or corrupt government? Well, there's a lot of rambling in this message, and I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say. But thank you for sending us that message. You didn't leave your name either. Mr. Daniel on WhatsApp says, there's no way we can win the war with Boko Haram as long as you continue to recruit the repented Boko Haram into the military. How can they be dining with the devil? They're the ones giving information to their people. This is a dangerous adventure. That's an unfounded allegation, and you shouldn't make it except you've got proof. We have somebody who says that Boko Haram has come to stay. African Union, international community, northern elders have kept quiet, and for more than 15 years, no sponsors have been indicated. And government is wasting natural resources on that, yet no achievement. Kevin from Okoko says. All right, Kevin, let's take a look at another comment on WhatsApp. Obekende says that... let all the army in the different states be deployed to the northeast because these military men are overwhelmed. I wonder if these same people in power listen to themselves after speaking. Why is this government playing with the life of its citizens? Let them fast track the collection of the weapons from where they are claimed to be expecting the weapons from. We cannot wait for 20 years to be killed. How many of us will remain? It's high time we fight for our lives. Obekende says. Obekende is in Ijegun. All right, let's take a look at messages we have on WhatsApp, which is on Facebook, which is quite a lot. Like, I have a lot of messages on Facebook. Here's this one from Mutanda Amin, who says, okay, I'm not going to take that message. Saidi Udewu says, to defeat Boko Haram, it's in the hand of the government. The government knows the right things to do, but they seem reluctant to do it. Saidi Udewu. Amen Arasom1 on Facebook says, I don't get it. They be spirits. Make hotlines available without people necessarily disclosing their identities. Nigeria Army no fit infiltrate these gangsters? A question there from Amen Arasom1. All right, Amen Arasom1, thanks for your message. And then, of course, when you consider that the farmers who were killed, according to reports, as a deterrent to the other farmers who give intel to the Nigerian army. It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. But let's take another break, listen to the sponsors of this part of Hard Facts, and come back to the phone lines.
A UNICEF scholarship can help you earn a British master's degree at affordable cost through online study. Choose any one of UNICEF's partners in the UK, the University of Suffolk, Liverpool John Moores University, or the University of East London. Use any electronic device connected to the internet, from a laptop to a mobile phone. Access materials 24/7 via the UNICEF state-of-the-art digital platform. Earn exactly the same degree as on-campus students in the UK from the comfort of your home. Together with a generous UNICEF scholarship, you'll receive 3 gig data from MTN to help you in your studies. Build the career and life of your dreams with a British Masters earned online through UNICEF. Call 07000 111 000 to find out more.
7 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's take your call. 0700-993-993. Still asking what your own assessment is about the counterinsurgency approach in Nigeria. What do you think we need to do to achieve victory? Hello, good evening. Hello?
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, how are you? Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Alex by name. I call from Abidjan.
Welcome, Alex.
This book movement is asking the man to see people and to do it to let go not what people say to go out there. They are asking us and manipulating them to go manipulating.
The government is asking you how they got what. Good evening. What's your name?
My name is
Sumaya.
I would like to say that marriage stress and need more. So I don't think rather I think we need more technical know-how. We need more weapons, special weapons, and people who know how to use those weapons. The American army, for example, they've been fighting terrorism. That's how they didn't kill Bin Laden and the Iranian general because they were more. It's because they knew exactly what to do with the, facilities they had. And I don't know why we are saying that our soldiers are stretched. And we have loads of these soldiers in a relatively safe southeast, doing nothing, just collecting bribes from motorists, traveling to this east from Lagos. There are loads of these soldiers along the roads. They are doing nothing. They should take them away from the southeast and deploy them to where they actually needed. That's what I think, Sandra.
All right. Thank you so much for calling us. 99.3, hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, thanks for calling.
Okay, I'm Donald. I'm calling from Songo.
Yes, welcome.
What you people I should wait.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you people should know is this. One of the officers that resigned from army said on this radio station that a colleague of him shot him, warning him that he's killing Boko Haram too much because he doesn't miss if he shoots. That he was shot by his own colleague, army, to tell you that Boko Haram is in the army. So there's no two ways about it. That's the truth about it.
You can't say Boko Haram is in the army because you that's just something you simply can't say Boko Haram is in the army, because a thing like that you will need to prove it. And if I hook you now and say I prove that Boko Haram is in the army, you can't prove that Boko Haram is in the army. To prove, you can actually get in touch with UNICAF, a leading global agency for education, and they could help you get a master's degree or a PhD or a bachelor's. This segment of Hard Facts is brought to you courtesy UNICAF. I all the time on Hard Facts, I bring you guests and they are experts in their chosen fields, right? And UNICAF is giving you the best chance to study at the best schools abroad and get that expertise without leaving your life in Nigeria, worrying about rent, worrying about all kinds of things that people worry about when they move abroad, right? So you go to work by day, attend your classes online by night, and it's a very immersive experience. You have live lectures, you've got recorded lectures, reading materials, the works, all from your home in Nigeria. So give their Lagos number a call, 07000 111 000, and let them know that you got the number from Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili. They'll give you a 75% discount. So give them a call today. Again, the number is 07000 111 000. They have a second number, 081 686 64442. 081 686 64442. Now we're coming to the end of our show, and like I've been saying, this last quarter of the show is sponsored by UNICAF, and they are a world-leading educational organization based in Europe, and you can learn online from here in Nigeria. You can get a degree from any of their partner schools abroad, schools like the University of Suffolk, the Liverpool John Moores University, the University of California, and when you graduate, you get the same degree and paper as those who attended in person. So go ahead and give them a call. I'll be back tomorrow. Join me for the big three. We also have FinTech Today returning tomorrow at 3:45. So you want to know all about the world of FinTech, tomorrow 3:45 to 4 is when to listen out for that particular program. Tunji Adrus is the one who hosts it immediately after the big three. Tuesday, we're bringing you Community U Report as always, and a big hard fact, we'll take a look at the judicial panels of inquiry across the country, see what's going on, see what we need to know, see how we feel about the cases as they unfold. Let's bring you our news at 6 and then hand you over to Rufai for conversations. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Sandra Ezekwesili. Let's talk there, right? Let's continue the conversation there. Until tomorrow, those were hard facts, Lagos. Good night.
99.3 Nigeria Info.